Hi everyone, sorry this is 2 days later than I wanted to post it, but I wanted to give you guys a quick overview of our course and especially Canvas, since you'll be getting half the instruction through Canvas. So you should be able to access our course. I just published it via either your dashboard or that course button. Once you're in our course, this is what you should see. So I've made a homepage where you can get to sort of all the important things very quickly. So I've got the syllabus, which if we opened up, we'll open up a Google Doc. I do have this set up where you can make comments on it. So if there's something that you wanted to have a question about, you could ask directly on the syllabus. There's a welcome letter, which is like a better version of the syllabus. I try to keep my syllabus so that it's only one page front and back. So the welcome doc, I can kind of expand upon some of the ideas in the syllabus. And then our lecture notes. So you can buy the lecture notes in the bookstore. They're like $14. They come 3-hole punched and beautiful. But if you have access to a printer and you don't want to spend the $14, you can print the lecture notes yourself. They are from last fall. The bookstore had leftovers, so we're just reusing those same ones. So they say fall, but they are for spring. One of the things I want to tell you about the lecture notes. I will potentially, last semester I had a lot of students who were trying to get through the course without watching lecture videos, which is a recipe for failure. So I'll probably be checking those lecture notes, not the first class meeting, but our second class meeting, which will happen in week 3. So you'll want to have some version of those. You can either print them, like I said, and write on them directly, which is what I recommend, because that's going to be the closest to what happens on exams. Or if you have a PDF annotator like I use in my videos, you can just download these and annotate them directly in OneNote or whatever you use with your tablet or your Surface or whatever it is you have. So anyways, those are 3 big important items that are right there. You'll have this orientation video. Obviously, I'm changing it out from last semester's. That's why I'm redoing it. And then you have all the resources that you could possibly want. So right now, only week 1 is open, but we'll go into that in a second. I also have content resources. So if we open up that content resource button, again, you have a link to the lecture notes, a link directly to my YouTube channel where you'll find all of my lecture videos, as well as a ton of online resources. I don't require a textbook, so there's a PDF of a textbook if you really wanted one. There's a links to a bunch of other websites that are basically online textbooks. I really like this Concepts in Statistics online textbook. And then some that have more videos, like Make Me an Analyst, Khan Academy, Against All Odds. Those are more videos. And then Naked Stats is a book that I really enjoy. It's just a well-written like paperback that's just explains statistics, but in sort of like a story form. It's very interesting. So if you want to check that out, you can. Other pages that you have available to you. Each section has its own set of notes. So if you want to just print your notes per section, if you don't want to buy them, I've broken them up. And so if you click this, it should only take you to part 1. I hope I'm not a liar. A lot of times I'm a liar. Yeah, so it only takes you to part 1. And you can see this is 14 pages. So you can print that and save yourself printing all of it at once. We have sample problems, worksheets. I need to kill this key because, we don't do this worksheet. But there's a worksheet that if you were to practice, you could. So there's a lot of additional practice, in the sample problems in the worksheets. And then these links should take you out to the direct sections of these resources. Not all of them are properly set up, but like for the textbook, it only gives you that chapter that's relevant as opposed to the entire textbook. So I've sort of pared things down for you within each of these sections. So that's the little resources. So practice problems, links to my YouTube channels, playlists for that particular section, links to the lecture notes, links to practice problems, all that good stuff. Within each week, this is what you're going to be doing at home. Basically, since our class is half online, you have 2 pieces to the class. Before class, you watch videos and prepare. So I'll go to the overview page. And this will always lay it out. So before class, you're supposed to read the syllabus and welcome doc. That way, if there's questions, you can bring them with you. I'm not going to read the syllabus to you. We don't have time to take that that day of just reading a syllabus. Watch the week 1 videos, complete the knowledge check. And then after class, there's an introduction discussion board. You don't have to wait till after class. These will be published earlier. But typically the idea is you learn the material on your own using the lecture videos. Have a check-in using that knowledge check, which lets both you and me know if you understood the material. Then after class, in class we practice. We do a little review. Sometimes I'll do a Kahoot quiz, and that'll let me sort of review the most important topics. Sometimes I'll just do a mini lecture, and then there's a worksheet so we can practice the concepts. After class, you guys will then complete a discussion board, usually based on the material. The week 1 material is very heavy on definitions and whatnot, so I kept this one just getting to know each other, especially since my calendar says we lose next Friday. So we're going to meet each other and then have a whole lot of time without each other, and then we're going to come back. So I want a discussion board so that you guys can kind of get to know each other. The video is like super laggy, so I hope that's not actually the case in the recording. I just can't even stop looking at it. It's driving me crazy. If you click next, it kind of walks you through all those things. So you need to read your syllabus and welcome letter. Next, again, tells you here's what I expect you to do. You need to go get your lecture notes. You can download them, print them if you want, get your calculator, and then it takes you to the videos. So I just wanted to quickly break down that the videos, I've set them up 2 ways. So you can just go directly to the YouTube playlist and watch the videos on your own. That's completely okay. If you want to have a little bit more of a guided experience through those, I have a little quiz set up where it walks you through the video, and then after the video it asks you a question to see if you're understanding what the video was about. So this way you kind of check in and say, okay, I understand what's being tested here. So that's the goal of this little quiz. This is not graded. It does have a due date in Canvas, but it's not something I ever look at. In fact, since it's set up as a practice quiz, I can't even see that you've taken it. But I highly recommend using this as a way to just sort of check in and go through those lecture notes. Once you finish that, failed, you can actually see your attempt. It'll tell you what you got wrong. And usually I have a little help that says like, really, did you think this through? Are they doing that? And it tells you what the correct answer is. So the goal is, again, not summative. This is just, do you get the material? I usually try to break these up into sort of equal parts. So we have another video quiz that would finish up the whole playlist. And then you have a knowledge check. So our knowledge checks, they are due before class. The goal, again, is to make sure that you've watched the material and understand it before class. If you take the quizzes, those knowledge checks, you have 2 attempts, and again, I give you helpful, like, if you get things wrong, there's a hint. So you'll take the knowledge check. At the very end, I always have extra credit questions. Do note that Canvas does not auto-grade the extra credit, so students always email me, I didn't get the points. I have to manually go in and give those extra credit points, so you have to bear with me. I usually do that over the weekend. But they will come in. The goal of those extra credit is really just, sometimes my questions are pretty tricky in the knowledge checks. I really want you to see if you understand the material. So can I make myself go away because I'm sick of this? I don't know if I can. Oh well. But anyways, the goal is you don't have to be perfect because you have the extra credit to help make it up. And if you miss knowledge checks, you have the extra credit to help make up that situation. I do currently have this set up. I had a lot of students who said, I really didn't get it when I was taking the knowledge check, and after class, I totally understood everything. So I currently have this set up where the knowledge check is due for class, before class, but you have it open until after class, so until midnight of that day. So if after class you attempted the knowledge check, you could still do it. It would automatically deduct 30% of your grade, so the best you could do is 70%, but you'd still have the ability. So those students who were upset that they didn't have the opportunity after they really understood it after class, I modified that this semester, so you should be able to do that. All right, so that's a knowledge check, and then as I said, blah, 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 I'm submitting it. I know, I failed. So this one won't tell you what's correct. It'll tell you those won't be available until Saturday, after that last due date, and then it'll give you those little helpful hints that I said. Remember, did you get those confused, blah, blah, blah. And then the last thing in this module is your discussion board, which is due by Tuesday. So I tried to stagger the due dates. All the prep stuff for class is due Fridays. All the discussion boards are due Tuesday, so that way you kind of have those two. Everything will always be open a week before, like as soon as we finish class Friday. As soon as we finish class on Friday, I will open up week 2. So you'll have over a week and a half with that discussion board, you'll have a week with that knowledge check. And you can always start the videos early. My YouTube channel, all the parts playlists are there. So if you wanted to get ahead, you can, but I won't publish the modules until the week that they're supposed to be done on, because I kind of want you guys interacting within them. Anything else? If you don't want to have to do that next button, you can also go straight to the modules and jump around. You can also hit discussions, which will show you all of the actual discussions. You can go to quizzes to get straight to those knowledge checks and practice quizzes. So there's other ways to navigate besides using the homepage and using that next button. The last thing I will introduce you guys to is this Net Tutor. I don't know if it works when I'm in student view. I can only hope. No, it fails. So let me bump out of student view. Boom. You're going to see a lot more stuff that you guys can't see. But if I hit Net Tutor, what this does is it takes me into an online tutoring system, and you can see all the different tutors available. And if I hit Statistics Tutor, I can go ahead and drop in and meet with a live tutor. So these tutors are really, really good. I gave you a list of my old students who are now MT2C tutors who tutor here at Mesa, but given that you signed up for a partially online class, it's probably convenient to have this 24/7 online person who can help you. You can always send me emails. I typically, I've read a lot of productivity crap, and it says you should only set aside certain time of the day to respond to emails. So I typically do my emails first thing in the morning. So if you send me an email at 9 p.m., 1, I'll be asleep. I have a baby and I'm tired. But 2, I'm not going to respond until I do my email sweep that next morning. So just expect that I check my emails in the mornings and respond then. And if you send me emails after that point, you're probably not going to get a response until the following morning. So this is an easy way to meet with a live tutor and ask them your questions if you have one. I think that's it. That's a lot of content. That's 13 minutes that you've listened to me drone on with my terrible, congested, sick voice. But I just wanted to, you guys should not be able to see that yet. I just wanted to give you guys a quick overview of what our class looked like. I think we've done so far to get to you guys. I need to change that. So anyways, if you have any questions, send me an email, message via Canvas, all the same. And I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks.